Dr. Yeah, Mr. Mazhar, I think we should wait for a couple of minutes.
Yes, sir.
Let others themselves now. So others can join. So let's just wait for a minute or so,
Sure.
and then we can start.
Okay, let's
Great.
take only a couple of minutes.
We clear? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes,
Right.
yes, you're audible.
Good evening to one and all present here. I'm Zainab Munir, your program coordinator for the evening. And today I would like to welcome you all for our special session of Maxwell English Speaking Club. And I would like to welcome Dr. Suhail Ahmed. He's our Director, Program Maxwell Leadership Council, and he is a PhD in linguistics. He's CELTA certified trainer from Oxford, UK. Sir, it's a pleasure to have you on board with us. A wonderful director like you. Always a pleasure to learn under you. Alhamdulillah, I'm very glad that I'm working with you, sir. Then I would also take my pleasure in welcoming our guest for the day, Dr. Nasreen Sheikh. She is a PhD and Master's in Alternative Medicine and a wonderful personality, someone whom we can actually look up to. She is a hijama trainer and a therapist. She's a facial reflexologist, a fitness trainer, and a homeschooling mom, and empowered Women Toastmaster Club, Kuwait. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome our chief guest for the day, a renowned personality. And then I would like to welcome our coordinator. He needs no introduction, but still I would like to welcome Mazharul Haq, working in Kuwait as an IT professional, native of Maharashtra. He's done his master's in computer science and engineering with management degree. He's a part of Maxwell Group since its inception. He loves socializing, has a great passion for exploring new learning options. He's a member of Magna Communicator Toastmaster Club Kuwait, and his weekends are dedicated for sports and reading. Over to you, Suhail, sir.
Thank you very much, Ms. Zainab. And first of all, I would like to welcome you all to this program. Well, we are already done with the inaugural session last week. And now today is a special session in the sense that we have one invited speaker, Dr. Nasreen. So I welcome her. Now, first of all, I think I should talk about this organization, Maxwell Group. It's important. You very brief introduction, a very brief profile about Maxwell Group. So the group was actually founded by Dr. M. Ashraf Rizvi in the year 2014. And this group was in collaboration with IIT faculty and alumni with a strong belief in maximizing the process of organizing human energies and activities at higher levels to achieve greater results. Maxwell wants to be the leading online learning solution company that can provide ideal platform for those who want to excel in their professional pursuits through quality education. At Maxwell, we maximize education and learning by building world-class skills and capabilities, developing knowledge capital, and creating intellectual assets. With Maxwell, the monotonous classroom education, traditional lecture-based teaching, that is getting transformed through simulation-based, inspiring learning process, self-directed learning, project-based educational interventions, and personalized learning opportunities for the learners to excel in student-centric learning environment. So that is where the focus is. And in fact, this training program, English language training program, so that is totally a student-centric, learner-centered language program. Now, the question is, why should you join Maxwell? That is the first question which comes to mind. And I think this organization, this gives you a lot of learning flexibility. Okay, you can choose your own time. And even the English training program sessions. So we have very flexible schedules. You can have your session on Saturdays or on Sundays. You can even talk to the mentors and then decide what is a comfortable time for you, right? And then a timing can be fixed. Great. Another thing is that Maxwell allows you a more student-centered learning approach. Well, this is what I was trying to tell you, that our approach is totally learner-centered. Right. And the program we have at Maxwell, they provide the students their way of learning, as well as the pace of learning that, that works best for them. Okay. So another thing is that you get maximum ongoing effective learning support from the best teachers, trainers, and they are from the parts of the world. So that is the advantage you get from this organization. Well, I didn't mention that other than English language programs, we do have management programs also at Maxwell. And I'm very happy to tell you all that Maxwell has collaborated with the Maulana Azad University in Jodhpur, Rajasthan. And very soon, Maxwell is going to launch various programs. All I can say towards the end is that you all, if you have enrolled for any program at Maxwell, you will enjoy the courses. Why? Because they will offer you entertainment with learning. Now, you must be thinking how you are going to be entertained. So learning, when you have fun, when you learn something, that is a kind of entertainment. So you will socialize, you will interact, you will discuss things with peers, with your mentor. So that way, it's going to be a totally different kind of experience for you all. So once again, I thank you all for showing your interest in Maxwell, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you very much. Over to you, Zainab.
Thank you, sir. That was a lovely introduction indeed, much needed for our session. Thank you for being here with us. And over to you, ma'am. And before that, I would like to welcome all the participants for taking out your time and joining us for the session. Dr. Nasreen, are you with us, ma'am?
Yes, yes, very much.
Okay. Welcome to the program once again. And we are looking forward for your talk.
Yes.
About the timing, let me just remind you, Dr. Nasreen.
Yep.
13 I'll show green, 14 I'll show yellow, and 15 I'll show red. You have 5 minutes BS time. If you want more, just let us know. Over to you. Thank you.
Inshallah, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum and good evening, one and all. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to do my favorite thing, which is empty yourself, share what you have, and empower the generation, the community. Express yourself freely. That's my topic for today. And to make it more interactive, what I would suggest is that if I ask questions, please raise your hand and then you can express yourself freely. Live life as though nobody is watching and express as though everyone is listening. So rightly said by Nelson Mandela. So why do we have to express ourselves, or what is self-expression all about? In a nutshell, self-expression is basically showing your feelings, your thoughts, your ideas. Now, there are several ways with which you can do that: by talking, writing, or through art. There's no limit to it, how you express your emotions or the number of reasons why it's important. A few benefits are: you connect with others, you teach a skill, you learn more about yourself, and the overall impact would be that you will reduce your own stress. Self-expression is important because being able to fully express yourself boosts your mental well-being. And when you're feeling like you are in your best self, you can enhance your relationships, do better at work and studies, and inspire others too. So, what is self-love and authenticity? The alternative to this is to trying to live up to the expectation of others and pretending to be someone else. And this is where we all get caught. So, what I would advise you, or rather give you a tip, is that try to figure out what is your individual passion. What is it that you love to do? And then you can work towards it. You can gather information. You can equip yourself with the required knowledge and training. And that is the point where you can be at your best. It takes courage and confidence to reach a level of self-love and authenticity. And being authentic means accepting who you are. Now, nobody is perfect in this world. We are a combination of positives and negatives, strength and weaknesses. So having some flaws within yourself is okay. We can always work on our weaknesses. But here I want to emphasize on the strength. Identify your strength and work on it. You have to trust yourself and you have to express your thoughts and feelings, acknowledging and honoring your emotions. You know that saying, you can't pour from an empty cup, which means you have to have something substantial in you to empty it, so that when you give it back to the society, to your community, to your people, that is the time when you yourself benefit. Scientifically, your serotonin hormones releases, which is for your own well-being. So if you yourself are empty, what do you expect to come out? Nothing. So you have to first fill up your own cup with the right ingredient and then let yourself and others benefit from it. Acknowledging and honoring your emotions, whatever it may be, is such an important aspect of self-care. And how to express yourself better? It means being okay with how you feel, letting go of any judgment, and accepting yourself as you are. Now ask yourself, how are you? And take a moment to really think about the answer. In the chat box, one word. Give it to me now. What is that one thing you feel you are best at? Just that one thing. The chat box is open and I want to see. Communication, learning, listening. Good. Learning, confident, tailoring. That's beautiful. Art and skill. Beautiful. Keep it coming. The question was, what is that one skill, that one thing you are so passionate about and you think you can excel in it? You are the best in it. Learning. Very generic. Thank you so much, people, for participating, and we will continue. All right. So let us go to something new, a new phobia, which each one of us have experienced, but we don't know what is it called. Well, presenting you the new phobia, glossophobia. What is glossophobia? A phobia may arise because of the combination of genetic tendencies and other environmental, biological, and psychological factors. And what is it that I'm talking about? It is the fear of public speaking. Now, what is this fear and how does this arise? It is the feeling that you may not be accepted, you may be rejected, you are embarrassed. And trust me, the top speakers of the world also, somewhere down the line, experience this. But it is how you manage this phobia that makes you a winner or a loser. So I'm going to share some simple tips with you all, which you can note and you can manage your individual glossophobia. It is the single most phobia in which almost 75% of people, they go through this. So nobody, I'm telling you, is free of glossophobia. You are not alone in this fear, but you can manage it. So how do we manage it? Some very, very handy tips here. Be ready. Preparation, people. Preparation is a must. Prepare your material, prepare your mind, prepare your things, whatever you require beforehand. So preparation is the first point. The second P, practice, practice and practice. Rehearse in front of the mirror. You can video record your speech and you yourself can evaluate yourself. Look at yourself, because sometimes we have some clutch words or we have some non-verbal communication which you might not know, but in your subconscious mind, while you are speaking, you are doing it. You will not know unless you yourself will see it by your own eyes. So record and look at your speech and try to correct yourself. So practice in front of the mirror, practice in front of a family member or a friend. And the best way, which I told you, self-recording and watching it over and over. You should know your audience, what kind of an audience you're going to face, because accordingly, you are going to prepare your content. So beforehand, whenever you are going to deliver a speech, be it a formal or an informal, it is good to know two important things: the kind of audience that you will be targeting and facing. And number two is the time limit. Time is the key. Time is a very important ingredient. And for you to become a good speaker, you should start on time and finish on time. Punctuality is a must, which means the content of your speech, which is the body, the opening, the body, and the closure, should be allotted that time based on the time which is allotted to you. So you don't end up giving a crash landing of your speech and you don't do the closure properly. Why? Because you did not allocate the time properly. So time is the key. You can use a lot of visual aids. You can have some cards, you can have some flip charts, or you can use PowerPoint. It's up to you. But see what can you do best to deliver your message across. And then if there are some familiar people in the room, virtual room or physical, it really helps. And then on the day of presentation, eat on time. You can use the restroom, feel good, keep a water bottle handy, be comfortable. And I'll give you one more tip, which the world champion, Sheikh Tehtani, told me when I attended his workshop. He said, before you begin speaking, take a long breath in and breathe out. Take a long breath in and breathe out, because physiologically you might be feeling butterflies in your stomach. There will be the heart rate pulsating. You will be perspiring. Suddenly, everything that you have mugged up, you will forget. Mind you, don't mug up anything, because if you forget one single word, you might end up forgetting the entire script. Try to understand what you're going to talk about and just make a small summary of pointers, and then you will elaborate it. Pauses are very important, where you stop, where you express, where you connect with the audience. I totally understand now these days, virtual meetings, look into the camera as if you are looking into the eyes of the audience. So you have to connect with the audience. But if I come here and like a news reporter, I'm just going fast, the connection will be lost. And as I told you earlier, if you forget one word, there are chances you will completely black out. So don't by heart, understand and deliver it with your heart. There will be anxiety. There will be a lot of unnecessary movements happening, but hold yourself, pull yourself down, use proper rhythmic breathing, and then take a glass of water, take a sip, and relax. Another tip one of the great mentors gave to me while you are in an actual meeting. Imagine you are at the podium, the center, flashy lights, and lots of people. You don't look directly into their eyes. You just look at the top of their head. Because sometimes if some people and so many people are staring at you, it can freak you out. So don't look or stare into the eyes of the people. But what you do, you maintain your stance in such a way that you're doing justice to the entire audience. And you just focus on the top of their head. Humor is one of the best things you can use in your speeches. Everybody loves to laugh and smile. Create that humor in your subject, but clean, good humor. Because many a times I have seen some speakers, they get really nasty and vulgar just to make people laugh. So mind you, humor can be clean and neat as well. So go for something that will make people feel easy, make them smile, spread some laughter. Understand the main gist of why are you speaking. You are here to inspire others. You are here to instill the positivity and hopefulness. So don't forget that. You are here because people are looking up to you and they are going to take home something substantial, something important of whatever words that are coming out of your mouth. So it better be good. You have to engage the audience. Don't just keep it one-way track. Try to interact with your audience, make it a quiz-based, question-based, and then let them also interact. Because with their interactions, you will keep their attention towards you. If it's only one-way communication, normally what happens is people tend to lose interest. And especially if you are dealing with children and teenagers, mind you, their span of focus is very small and short, and it is shrinking day by day. This generation is of scrolling continuously. They are losing focus. They are